Greetings, friends and family, Facebook, YouTube, anybody who's watching. It is Friday, February 28th, and I thought today was going to be the last day of my radiation treatment, but I found out Monday of this week that I was not counting right. Attribute it to the snow days or a miscommunication with the doctor, or maybe a little bit of both. But I thought I had 15 regular doses of radiation and 4 booster doses, but apparently I have 16 and 4. Plus, there have been some shifting of things due to snow days. So I have one more, which is Monday. So I'm this close to being done with treatment. Today was fine. I mean, it's not that bad. I can feel the heat sort of when the burst of radiation hits me. The nerves get a little bit aggravated. It's not anything particularly. I mean, you have to focus really to tell that anything's happening. So it's a pretty easy process to get it done. But then throughout the day, the breast swells and reddens, and it's cumulative. So every day it's worse than the day before. Right now it feels like I have a sunburn from about here to way under my arm, and it looks pretty red too. And it feels like it's felt like a sunburn all week, but yesterday, last night, and today were the first times that it felt like a serious sunburn and not just a sunburn. So far, I don't have any blistering or peeling or anything like that, which can happen. It can get quite a bit worse than what I'm experiencing. So far, so good. So I'm almost done. The doctor said that it would peak, the discomfort would peak about a week after the first treatment. So when I go back, or at the last treatment, I'm sorry. So when I go back to school on the 10th, I believe, of March after spring break, from there on, it should be downhill healing, recovery, being done with treatment. So that's really quite good timing with spring break, and I can do this. Today I hit a little bit of a for a couple of reasons. Well, I don't know. It wasn't all down, but I went to the pedicure place where I had gotten the spa treatment at the start of my chemo journey. And it was just a little bit of a reminder of sort of how scared I was then and how big of a journey it felt like then. So it brought up some emotions. And I'm also preparing a talk for the students on campus about my cancer journey and what I've learned. So I'm trying to look up some stats. And going back to the stats on TNBC it's just not fun. And I'm not sure how much I'm going to share with them about this particular diagnosis. Because the fact remains that even with all this treatment, I'm probably just over a 90% chance of surviving in the next 5 years. And I mean, that's great. It's better than nothing. By a long shot, 90% is a pretty high number, but it means I have a 1 in 10 chance of not surviving. Which is not odds I like. And it still puts me very much in my face that I am not invincible, that I do have to fight, that I do have to stay healthy, that I do have to be vigilant. And, that I'm not, this sort of 30-year-old, I have all the energy in the world. I can do anything I set my mind to person anymore, that I'm 50 and I have faced a potentially fatal illness, and it's not necessarily in the rearview mirror. So, it's not something I think about every day. It's always sort of in the back of my head, but it's not something I think about in the front of my head every day. I really want to talk to the boys when I give my talk about the importance of taking care of your health, and the importance of leaning into community and accepting help, and the things that I have learned about doing those things through this journey. But I'm not really sure I want to tell them that it kills. But I think I might have to, because I also want to talk to them about not smoking and things like that, because I think that's important for them to hear it from someone who is looking at a fatal illness. Just not quite sure how to navigate that yet, so that's on my mind a lot. But I'll figure it out. I have a couple weeks before I give this speech to the boys, and yeah, I'll figure it out.